Resonators, welcome to Tammiosity. I'm Tammy. Today I'm working on a special request, a project with a hummingbird. Hope she likes it. Let's watch the video and see how it turned out. I like to pick up my canvases on clearance or at the thrift store. Something that I can repurpose. So I don't need this football, whatever this is. So I'm going to sand this down, and this is going to be the canvas for this project. You can see here I just picked this up on clearance, super cheap, and I'm going to turn it into something really pretty. The other thing I like about picking it up on clearance is it already has a hanger on the back. I don't have to attach anything myself. So I'm spray painting the sides with this pretty shimmery green. To me, this looks like the green that you see on a hummingbird. You know, that green that changes colors in the sunlight? And that's why I chose that green. When I started painting, I thought to myself, you know, I should put on some gloves. Maybe not. I don't need it. Oh, look, I shouldn't put on gloves. Sometimes I make dumb mistakes. Like I said, this has a hanger on the back, and I don't want to forget which is the top. I would hate to get my design all finished and find out that I put it on upside down. So I marked the top so I would not forget where the hanger is. For this project, I'm using tabletop epoxy. And I have some black diamond pigments. The white is Ghost Copper Pearl, which is super pretty in the sunlight. It has this obviously copper color. It's really pretty. And then Aphrodite Obsession is that sort of pinky mauve-y color. And then I just have this some sample of a bunch of stuff from this place called Cheap Art, and I'm using Silk Blue. The edge of the canvas has kind of a beveled edge on it, so I took the blue painter's tape to tape off that beveled edge. I wanted to try to keep that and hopefully kind of mimic the bevel on the resin once it's completed. This Ghost Copper Pearl is so pretty. It's got the pearl colors, it's shimmery, it has the coppery color that comes up when you don't expect it. Just love it. The flower temporary tattoo that I'm using for this project is black and white, and I want to give it just a hint of color. I don't want it to be overpowering with color because really the color I want is from the hummingbirds. So I just want this hint of color, so I'm just kind of playing, adding a little bit of color to pop up from behind the black and white flowers. Adding this swirl of calming pink with this chill music. It's just so relaxing. I find it relaxing watching it again, even though I know what I did. So I'm just going to be quiet and let you listen to the music and watch the swirls. Are you as relaxed as I am? Now I just want to compare the image with the color that I've put down to see if that matches up. It's nice to just unwind and create something without distraction, like I did adding this little bit of color. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to come in with some blue and just give a little hint of sky up at the top. And I want that to just meld into the white for just a hint of sky. I'm afraid I might have overdone it a little bit on the blue, so I'm just coming back in with a little more white just to make sure there's just that hint of blue in there. Okay, we're all set here. I did sand down the edges. I didn't film it though, it's just sanding. Who needs to see that? So I sanded down the edges to create the bevel to match up what's already on the frame. And now it's time to put on the images. And I must be a professional because I got that pink color to match up just right with the image of the flowers. And there you have it, a perfect match. Did I tell you or what? Just when I thought I had it all figured out, I had the color all lined up perfect, I realized that I did not account for having to flip the hummingbirds over. I thought I was going to be having their beak go into the flowers, but now that I have to flip it over, I have it going the wrong way. I could have put the flowers on the other side of the board and I didn't. So, well, now instead I have to place the hummingbirds so that they are flying away from the flowers instead of getting into the flowers. It's so upsetting. It's still pretty, but it's not what I wanted. And it's just that one tiny little mistake that I can't recover from. Yeah, maybe recover from is too harsh because I can still do it. They're just flying in a different direction. And it still turned out nice. It looks pretty. And here's our hummingbirds, our guest of honor, the color that's meant to shine in all of this. You know, after looking at this, I feel like that maybe that was a two-piece tattoo. That other one, the small one, was supposed to go on top of the bigger one, maybe? I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Was that supposed to be a two-piece tattoo or two separate tattoos? I've given the tattoos a chance to dry. We don't want any water captured underneath the resin. So they're nice and dry now. I've retaped it so that I don't have any resin dripping off the edges, making a big mess on all the pretty green that I painted on. So I taped that and just giving this a nice top coat. I know a lot of artists would just put the top coat and then pick it up and turn it and let it drip off the sides, and I guess that there's a reason for that. They say you get a better top coat, better coverage, better doming, but I don't see the difference. I think you can do it just the same like this and not have that incredible waste of resin. But I could be wrong. It's just the way I do it. I feel better about not having all the waste. Almost done. Can't wait to show you the finished product. With the camera overhead, you can't see all the bubbles popping when I take the torch to it. I wish you could see it because it's just kind of cool watching the bubbles pop. Bubbles that you couldn't even see were there. They're so tiny, but you can see them popping with the torch. Yes, that was natural bird sounds while I was outside. I couldn't talk over it because it just was too appropriate for the project. But I really loved how this project turned out, except for the birds going the wrong direction. But at least they're flying, you know. It doesn't look like they're hovering. They're actually flying away. They got what they needed and they're on their way to the next flower. So I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe. And I can't wait to show you my next project.